Days of Our Lives recap. Tuesday, April 9. Dill's little black book is key to Ava's freedom. Kristen rages at Holly. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Wednesday, April 10. Eric grills Sloan. EJ breaks up Nicole and Kristen's brawl. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Tuesday, April 9 reveals that Paulina Price complained about her mellow breakfast at the cantina, which was part of her special diet ahead of her radioactive iodine treatment. Still, the real reason Paulina was upset was because she'd have to stay in insulation for many days subsequently. And she couldn't stand the study of being down from Aide Carver, James Reynolds, that long. Outside Sweet Bits, Johnny Dimera surprised Channel Dimera with the key to the Horton cabin, but she claimed she couldn't take off work. Johnny acted like he understood, but also Channel talked to her workers outside and realized he'd induced them to cover for her. Since they loved Channel and were offered redundant pay, Johnny had it all squared down for their mini honeymoon. After Channel delivered some bear claws made with non-iodized swab to Paulina and got her blessing on the trip, she planned to meet up with Johnny at the Dimera Manse. In the Dement on Tuesday's Day's occasion, Trip Johnson prompted Wendy Shin to punch him while kickboxing. Wendy was reluctant, but Trip felt like it'd be a good way for Wendy to work through her PTSD and all her feelings. Wendy cracked up getting a little carried down and whacking Trip too hard, but he laughed it off and contended her home while jogging. Meanwhile, Ava Vitali spoke to Clyde Weston over the phone and claimed she was no longer taking orders from him. Clyde advised that he could unmask about her involvement in the bistro's illegal conditioning, but Ava acted like it'd be Clyde's word against Stefan Dimera's. Clyde didn't suppose Ava wanted Harris Michaels to find out exactly how he escaped. So he got her attention. All Clyde demanded Ava to do was get back in the bistro for the little black book that Jill Carter left before. It was the only trail that could connect Clyde to all his suppliers and dealers. Still, also Clyde pledged to pack up and dislocate his operations if Ava recaptured that for him. Ava advised this would be the last thing she ever did for Clyde, so he said absolutely and beamed over getting her to delve in. Once Trip and Wendy returned home on Tuesday's Day's occasion, they brazened Ava over the news about Stefan's arrest since it was spreading online. Ava played dumb about Stefan's reasons for turning himself in and claimed she was embracing her fresh launch. After Ava blazoned that she was quitting the bistro, she also told Wendy and Trip that she'd find a new place to live. Although Trip and Wendy claimed Ava didn't have to do that, she felt it was time to move out. At the sanitarium latterly, Tripp said there was commodity he was needed to ask all his womanish cases, so he asked if there was any chance that Paulina was pregnant. Paulina got a good laugh over that and made it clear that was into possibility. Tripp also explained that Paulina would take a lozenge for her radioactive iodine treatment in a special room. Paulina was given a chance to say farewell to Ava ahead of her insulation, so he eventually blew one last kiss as he left. At the Dimera Manse, Holly Jonas tried to give EJ Dimera the cold shoulder, but he acted like her discipline was important to help educate her assignment. Holly blasted EJ since he prevaricated and made miscalculations of his own. Since EJ arrested Tate Black and went after him so hard, Holly threw plenitude of blame at her stepdad and stomped off. When Johnny set up Holly pouting over being kept piecemeal from Tate, he gave her a Vim talk. Johnny also finished packing for his trip with Channel and participated a kiss with her in front of Holly, as well as Rachel Black, that left Rachel gagging since she didn't sept like boys. So she told Holly she was no way getting wedded and had a fun converse with her about some of her favorite effects. Rachel also wanted to paint their nails like they used to, so Holly was happy to do mani-pedis with her. In the city forecourt on Tuesday's Days of Our Lives show, Kristen Dimera brazened EJ after reading about Stefan's arrest in The Spectator. After Kristen blustered about being left out of the circle by her sisters, she bothered about the company and raged indeed harder. EJ acted like Kristen demanded to get a grip and ultimately walked down, which gave him a chance to get honeymoon updates from Johnny. Once Channel and Johnny made it to the cabin, they settled in by the fire and got passionate as a way to warm up indeed briskly. Back at the Dimera Manse on Tuesday's Day's occasion, Kristen caught Holly with Rachel and incontinently transferred Rachel upstairs. After Kristen advised that she didn't want Holly around Rachel presently, she brought up the medicines and acted like Holly was a bad influence. EJ caught Kristen raging at Holly and stood up for her. So Holly expressed her gratefulness after Kristen stormed out. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Kristen will beget another round of conflict in the DiMera menage soon. So we'll bring you more prognostications on all the hostility at home. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Wednesday, April 10. Eric grills Sloan. EJ breaks up Nicole and Kristen's brawl. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, April 10 reveal that Eric Brady will back Sloan Peterson. Brady into a corner when he questions her about the late rent payment. It'll leave Sloan scrabbling to explain, but she'll no doubt offer a reason that she hopes will satisfy Eric. Sloan clearly won't want to fill Eric in on all the plutocrat that's going to Leo Stark to keep him quiet about the stolen baby failure. Unfortunately, this will stir up too important concern and curiosity for Eric, so Sloan will face further problems as he takes a near look at their finances soon. In the meantime, let's talk about Xander Cook and the item at the top of his to-do list. Sarah Horton will back Xander up as he makes it his charge to find out who framed him for firing at Harris Michaels. That could lead to Xander and Sarah figuring out Stefan DiMera is responsible sooner or laterally. So stay tuned for updates on their attempt to uncover the whole verity. Other days spoilers say Everett Lynch aka Bobby Stain will turn to Marlena Evans for backing, so he might come clean about seeing himself staring during their rearmost hypnotism session. Maybe Everett will push for another round of hypnotherapy so he can try to make sense of what he saw. Days of Our Lives suckers can anticipate Everett's hypnotism sessions to start driving him off the deep end, so further troubles brewing. Over with Jada Hunter days, spoilers say she'll defy Stephanie Johnson about her true passions for Everett and wonder where she really stands. Anyhow, of what Stephanie has to say about that, Jada will grouch about Bobby not subscribing the divorce papers and may push Stephanie to change his mind. At the DiMera Mans, days spoilers say Nicole DiMera will be furious when she hears about Kristen DiMera banning Holly Jonas from Rachel Black. That news will shoot Nicole flying into a rage, so she'll blast Kristen for her Holly diatribe and ultimately get into a physical battle with her. Days of Our Lives spoilers say EJ DiMera will have to break up Kristen and Nicole's brawl. So stick with us for further prognostications on all the erupting drama. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.